Hi there, I'm Chloe and I'm the class teacher in Holly class and I'm also the maths lead here at Manor Green. This academic year I want to enhance maths fluency across the school, supporting all learners to develop their mathematical understanding. Our aim as a school is to give our learners the mathematical tools to enable them to become world-ready problem solvers. And we want to support our parents and carers at home in helping their children develop their maths fluency outside of the classroom. When we talk about maths fluency, we mean being able to apply the same skills to multiple contexts and being able to choose the most appropriate methods for a particular task. Fluency in maths lessons means we teach the content using a range of representations to ensure that all pupils understand and have sufficient time to practice what is taught. Fluency allows children to be efficient, more accurate, but also flexible in their problem solving. In order for children to become more fluent in their maths, we must ensure that learners are able to gain an understanding of how numbers work, and therefore a big part of maths fluency is number sense. Children need to understand different concepts and be able to recognise numbers, compare amounts, as well as understanding number sequences. You can support your children in building their number sense through many avenues, and at an early stage, lots of play and exploring number songs and rhymes that you can sing at home, as well as games which have numbers involved. Stories are also a great way to engage your learners and immerse them in mathematical language and concepts. Because maths is such a tricky thing for children and adults to grasp, it's very abstract, and therefore there are many different approaches that can help us in our maths learning. And the approach that we focus on here at Manor Green is the CPA approach. This helps children learn new ideas and build on their existing knowledge by introducing abstract concepts in a more familiar and tangible way. Our aim with this approach is to give our pupils the opportunity for mastery within their maths learning. Now, the CPA approach stands for concrete, pictorial, and abstract. At the early stage, it's the concrete stage, or it's also known as the doing stage. Children manipulate hands-on concrete objects to solve problems. It brings concepts to life, allowing children to handle physical objects themselves. Here are some examples of our lovely children immersing themselves in some concrete maths learning. And a good way to do this is by thinking about your child's interests, their favourite toys, favourite characters, and using that in your everyday maths play, if you like. The next stage is the pictorial stage, also known as the seeing stage. That is being able to then use representations of objects in your maths problems. It encourages children to make a mental connection between the physical objects and the abstract levels of understanding. So moving away from using their favourite toys or favourite fruit, you can then move on to pictures. Are they able to understand the same concept but using pictures this time? And here are some examples here. Then finally, there's the abstract stage or the symbolic stage. And this is that children are able to use abstract symbols to model and solve maths problems so that they can actually use numbers in their problem solving. And here are some examples. What's really important is to remember to think about your child and where you think they might fall. Are they more of a concrete learner? Do they need lots of objects, lots of play? Or are they able to understand their number? Do they have that number sense where they could do more abstract examples of maths using actual numbers, writing numbers? So have a think about where your child is at. One thing to also remember is that we always talk about this in school, that there's not one fixed method of maths to use with our children. There's, we can mix and match. You might want to do a little bit of the concrete approach using lots of objects, but you can also move them along and encourage them to write their numbers too. Other ways you can support your children on their maths journeys can be through the use of technology. Technology is such an important thing to our learners, and we want to encourage that. There are many different apps that you can use. Here are some examples. These are some of the things that we do in school, and I'm sure there are many different apps that your children are using in their classrooms that we can share with you. Moving forward, when we're learning at home, remember to consider making learning practical, play-based, and most importantly, fun. For learners who are able to work at a more abstract level, use your child's maths homework resources on the school website, which will be suited to your child's ability. Your child's class teacher is always on hand to support you with any queries you may have, and can pass your details to me and I will be happy to help you further. Thank you for your time. If there is anything you need, please don't hesitate to contact your child's class teacher. Thank you and happy home learning.